and he's like, this cost $3,000, and I was like, holy crap.
Hi everyone!
Hey guys, what's up? I am Wonton Cloud.
And I'm in Circer
Coming back at you with Pro-Amateur Writing Life.
with our update on the writing challenge.
Yep. Do you guys remember what it was? You're not here to tell us, but we're gonna assume that you don't.
It's like Dora the Explorer. What's in my backpack? Or where is my backpack? It's right there, Dora. Just look around.
True. Or Go Diego Go. I think. I've never watched it, but I think that's the same thing. Anywho, last week our challenge was to choose, choosing book covers, self-publishing versus traditional publishing. And how did we do?
We did really great. I think so. First, I'm gonna go the publishing route and tell you guys about it. So, there is an author that I love, and I've talked about her many times before on the channel. Her name is Megan Willen Turner. She created a book called The Thief. This book was written quite a while ago, but the cover was not that great in the first edition. It's not my favorite cover. Then she had it redone so that there was a new cover, and the new cover is amazing. And then she continued writing the series, and the cover for the book that she'd written was new and completely a different artist and art form, and they redid all of the books to have that same type of cover. Personally, I love books, but I have to also like the cover most of the time unless I'm desperate for something to read. When I was in junior high, I picked up a book and I didn't like the cover, so I didn't read it. And then I started running out of books, so I went back and I read it. It was a good book. But I also did some research, and there's an online library. If you look at the library, it has that book, The Thief, in all the covers. But the ones that are checked out the most are the new covers, not the original. So I knew the story already and I wanted to check it out, so I decided to put a hold on the original, and I got it way fast.
Yeah, so sometimes with the traditional route, if the publisher doesn't believe that your book is going to sell a ton, but it will sell, they'll just give you a generic sort of cover, usually, because, they want to catch your interest, but just the people who want to read it. But if they see that there's a lot of interest in it and a lot of people buying it, they will switch out the book covers, because technically, as the writer, you won't have as much control. So you guys know, if you're going to the traditional route, you can have a say, but you kind of control what the cover is going to be at the end of the day.
Same thing happened with Brandon Sanderson's work. He doesn't like the cover that they first created for the Mistborn series. It sold so well that they switched it out for a new cover, and he likes that cover a lot better, and so do a lot of other people.
Exactly, so more people bought it, which is the whole purpose of the book cover, by the way. It's your first point of contact with your reader. I know people say don't judge a book by its cover, but you will. You will judge a book by its cover and all the work that went into it, let's be honest. As for the self-publishing route, you have complete control over it. You just have to be careful of the things that you choose, because honestly, people will be able to tell the difference between a $5 book cover on Fiverr and a more higher end book cover from a professional artist that costs $500 plus, if you know what I mean. You've seen those. There's all those generic book covers that people offer online, and they're generic so they can churn out a lot of them. That's why they're offered so low, Hint, hint. Not a lot of effort went into them. Like, the more money you spend, usually, and almost always, people have spent more time and effort on it. Like, we went to a conference today.
It was awesome.
It was great. It was great, and one of the people that I sat and talked with for like a few hours, picking his brain, was Maxwell Alexander Drake, or Drake, if you know him. And he showed me his book, but it has a lion man eating another man, or attacking it, to be accurate. And it was a beautiful cover, and he's like, you see this cover? And I was like, yep. And he's like, this cost $3,000. And I was like, holy crap. Yeah, that looks like it cost $3,000. It really does. And you can see the effort that went into it. I mean, if he also described to me the book cover that he would have preferred, which is like just white, with an embossing of white. And I was like, well, not, I was just thinking like, interesting, but probably wouldn't catch my interest to read the book, if you know what I mean.
I would have read it.
Because he would have done it for free. There's just a difference in quality and in being able to catch the reader's interest and hold it.
He did mention that anyone who has $3,000 could get the same person to do a cover for them. So if you're willing to spend the big bucks,
Yeah,
get an awesome cover.
exactly. So do your research, figure out what kind of cover works for your book, and then get that cover. If you know that your book is awesome, you should definitely go for the higher end stuff. Also, get a professional editor. Your friends and family telling you that it's awesome doesn't mean it's awesome because they're your friends and family.
What? But my friends and family love my book.
I'm just telling you what everyone at the panels told me today. Everyone. They're like, just because your mom says you're great doesn't mean you're great at writing.
Going back to the self-publishing artwork for the book, I'll show mine because I like it, but I also don't like the typeset of it. So if I could go back in time and save the original copy of the photo, I totally would, but I didn't. Big mistake there.
Always save the original, guys. Always save the original.
But I like it, and I feel like it's something that people see and they want to pick up and read. So I'm happy in that respect.
Exactly. Your book cover needs to be good. Needs to be good enough for people to want to pick up. If that should make sense. Yeah, and that was last week's challenge.
Last week's challenge. Boop.
Oh, and a short plug for the book club.
Book
It's
club.
like the second to last week. Second to last week that you can read it. You have one more week after this.
I can read it in that time.
I mean, she's made it through about halfway in the book.
I did leave a quote on the Facebook page if you guys want to check it out. Super good book.
Yep, and she keeps saying stuff from the book, which I won't say yet because I'll give you guys at least one more week. At least one more week before saying anything super specific to the book. But read it. It'll help your life. And that's my one plug.
It's a good one. And now for the next challenge.
This coming week, or this week actually, we are focusing on the audio version of your book. Self-publishing versus traditional.
I have a lot of research to do.
I've done a lot already, but that's because I've thought a lot about self-publishing, so you guys know.
I've spoken with some people who are actors, and I feel like they would like to do audiobooks and things like that. And I watched a interview about someone who did it recently, so I'll definitely mention that next week.
But for now, it's going to do more research and give you guys more information.
That's right.
Because that's the challenge. What?
And now it's story time
With Rin.
with me. So I didn't talk much about my conference experience before, but I took a sculpting class, and in the sculpting class they asked us, so what do you want to work on? And one person wanted to do a lion with wings, and I was like, that's awesome. And another person wanted to do a octopus, and I was thinking, oh, that would be super sweet. And then another person was like, I'm gonna do a face. And another person was doing an alien, and I looked at the clay and thought, I'm gonna do a hand. And I worked on it and learned that I need to study anatomy way more. However, the teacher was very kind and showed me some techniques, and I want to show you guys my hand. It's a little baby hand. It's amazing. So here it is. This is my hand. I didn't do the, well, okay, I kind of made it all, but I didn't finish like the pointer finger by myself. He helped me work out the kinks on that, and then I just modeled the rest of the fingers after it. It's pretty sweet. Also, I was able to go to some panels and learn quite a bit about basically how to get to the end of a project, and knowing that even if you feel like it's not done, you have to have an end point where you say, okay, I'm done writing this, I'm done editing as much as I can, I'm going to try submitting it. Because if you submit it to publishers, usually they'll have editors that work with you anyway. Or if you're self-publishing, then you have to say, I'm done with what I'm going to do. And if you're going to decide to go with the professional editor, to have them just go through the manuscript, send it off to them, or just put it out there. Let people read it. Because there's a moment when if you're going to continue editing it and going through it, it's just never going to end. So you have to put an end to it in a good way. So I really enjoyed the conference. I hope you guys get opportunities to go to conferences as writers or whatever genre you enjoy, because you're together with people and you can talk and you can learn and you can have fun. So that's all for my story time, and back to us.
Back to us.
Thank you so much for watching. We hope that you are enjoying the challenges. We hope that you are learning and growing with us too. And
You guys can always drop a comment, a like, a subscribe, hit that bell. You know, any way you want to contact us, please do. We also have a Facebook page. She's got her author page. I've got my author page. We've got the book club and our emails. There's like any way you want to talk to us, you can.
because we're here to help you, to help us, to help you.
I am all for you guys writing. The pro amateur writing life.
Boop, boop.
Bye, guys.
Bye.